Welcome folks to Three Shields I Trust channel. This is our toy review. We'll be reviewing today Thor from the Infinity War series, which is the Cull Obsidian Build-A-Figure set. So let's start off by looking at the box here for Thor. Here we go. Let's bring it up a little bit more. Okay, so here's Thor. Let's read off his description here. When the state of the universe is thrown into chaos, Thor sets out to protect Earth and beyond. A very brief description here of Thor, very generic. Maybe I would have thrown in for the description the mighty Thor. But hey, it's just to let you know a little bit about the character. Here's a picture of Thor's figure. I don't know about this picture. I don't know if any of you guys know or remember Captain Picard's lieutenant on the Starship Enterprise. Kind of looks like his face there. Just instead of black hair, he's got golden hair. Yeah, I think his name was Lieutenant Stryker, maybe. Give me a comment below if that was a name or not. Correct me if I'm wrong. He's got his special hammer that was built for the Infinity War movie, which is Stormbreaker. As you can see here, this is the set for Cull Obsidian. Thor is assigned the #1 spot on this series, and he comes with the left arm of Cull Obsidian. So let's move this back here and let's bring out the figure. Here we come, Thor. All right, here is Thor. Oh, hold on one sec. Let me take this off of here. That is for another video, folks, that I'm working on. Hey, give me a like if you understood that reference, though. Here is Thor. Great figure. Let's just start off by saying that. If you were to take Hemsworth in his Thor uniform and just shrink him down, this is how he would look. As far as weight on this figure, I find him to be kind of on the heavy side compared to others, but that's just Thor, I think. The cape also adds to the weight overall, but even if you were to take away the cape, although you can't, he's a solid figure. He's just built solid, in a solid way. Let's go looking at the features here. He comes with Stormbreaker. Let's take this off for a sec and take off this. So here is Stormbreaker. A beautiful weapon, if I say so. It's just so nicely detailed. You've got the hammer, you've got the axe, and you've got, of course, Groot's arm here. Let's take this a little bit back so we can focus on the weapon. Let's see. And it's just beautifully done. The detail on the axe and hammer, the grooves on Groot's arm that he sacrificed to make this hammer. It's just beautiful. You got all the little details here on the axe. It's a great weapon. Love it. And of course he also comes with his lightning. Thor is the Lord of Sparkles. Oh, sorry, I mean the God of Thunder. Another little reference there. Yeah, it's a nice little effect to add on to the weapon. Let's put that back on. And let's get to the figure here. Here is our mighty Thor. Let's start with his face. If we can get a little zoomed in on here. Focus there. Pretty good representation of Hemsworth, the actor who portrays Thor. Love the hair, the detail here, with gold and some dark brown. No black, but dark brown. Gives it a nice highlights and details here. Let's see if we can look at his eyes. Let's see if we can focus on that. Now, my particular figure, even when I'm looking at it from my eyeball, the eyes almost look the same, the colors. It really should be different. His right eye, where he has his scar, which is a really nice scar, that part is very well done. His right eye should be a lighter color, at least according to the movie Infinity War. But my figure seems to have both eyes the same here. So, uh, I mean, what can you do? It's not perfect, but it looks great all the same. I love the goatee, how detailed it is with his hair. Pretty much the same. It has the brown dark shadows with the gold highlights. They messed up his goatee a little bit on this side here, on his right side, but hey, that's okay. Although, love the shaping on his beard. That's perfectly done. So let's move on to overall on his body. So he's got his same uniform here that he has, his armor. Very nicely done. I love the details on the markings here of his armor. One thing that I may have changed here just for, effect, these 6 buttons here, when Thor charges up his electric powers and his lightning powers, these buttons usually glow with the lightning. Maybe if they put a little bit of hue of blue in there, just to kind of give it that effect along with the lightning here, that would have been cool. Let's get to the cape. The cape is really nice. Look at all the details here and the wrinkles and the lines. It's somewhat soft. You can't really keep it, in a certain position. It just goes right back to its natural form. The cape is heavy, as I mentioned before, and one thing you need to be careful of when you're trying to stand him as a figure is that weight kind of pulls him back. So you got to kind of lean his body forward a little bit to offset that weight balance, but not a big issue. Another recommendation I would make, Hashbrow, Marvel, make this cape able to come off. And the way I would have done it, these 2 top buttons here, you could have made them pop out, take off the cape, have replacement buttons that don't have the cape attached, give it a little more kind of popping out on the buttons, stand out a little more, and make it so that, we could take off this cape. I mean, it's a nice cape, but hey, if I want to sit down my figure on a chair, it's going to kind of be weird. In any case, let's get to all of the little joints and everything. So, head, left and right, up and down, yeah, side to side and round. Yeah, he can do that. Arms, he's got his up and down motion. It can go round and round. He's got side to side on the biceps. He's got his double joints here. Pretty cool. Arm, let's see, hands. Slapping motion back and forth. And swivel around, yep. And that's true of both hands. Back and forth and swivel around. Upper torso. Let's see here. Back, forth. Side to side, and hey, boogie down. Nothing on the waist. Legs. It's got somewhat of a motion back forward a little bit more, not too high on his movement. His thigh muscles can swivel around, pretty much all the way around, yeah. And you got the double joints here. Let's see how far. Oh, pretty close to kicking himself. And let's see his feet. Full swivel here. And back and forth as well. Pretty nice. All right, let's stand him back up here. Like I said, you got to be careful with the weight of the cape. There we go. Well, let's make him stand up a little more straight here. There we go. This is an awesome figure. if I had to give it out of 10, I would give him, I would say a 9, maybe a 9.2. It's just a great figure. This is one of my favorite figures that I have in my collection. I would just love for that cape to come off because I want him to sit down on his throne. But minor gripe, not going to take off points for that. Here is Thor with his Stormbreaker. Give me a like, subscribe, guys. I can't wait to use this guy in my stop motion videos. So that will be happening down the line in the future. He'll be in there. So come on, subscribe so that you can watch those stop motion videos with the mighty Thor, the God of Thunder. So thanks, folks, and hope you liked the review. And I will be finishing off this set of Cull Obsidian one by one each character. So look for it. Thanks, guys. See you soon.